Yes, the Sustainable Development Goals is increasingly being used now to inform research projects. A lot of the top journals in business and management are using the SDGs as a way to frame research topics and encouraging other researchers internationally to study SDG-related problems.
So my research does align with the Sustainable Development Goals, so climate, water, and natural hazards. It's become something I'm considering more with what I'm doing about how my research aligns with and can contribute to those Sustainable Development Goals, because it's beneficial for the uni, but obviously also from a global perspective. And recently I was awarded one of the projects to do with the Sustainable Development Goals across the university, one of the internal projects. So we're looking at heat waves and the elderly, and I'm doing some cross-disciplinary work with the built environment and health.
There are two ways people have approached SDGs. One, they have developed a research project based on the goals. Some people have looked at a emerging or a very imminent or a very long-standing problem, and they have tried to look at which SDG goals these problems are related to. So either way, understanding how a research project is helping the sustainable development of the globe is an important tag and an important indicator that we are dealing with something is going to help the planet and it's going to help sustainability. So we always map most of our research to SDGs. On the other hand, our problem might stem from a particular SDG. So quality education, sustainable cities and communities, climate action, partnerships, these are some of the SDG goals that we have worked on in the past. But some of the problems we have worked on might tag to number of SDGs too. So it's important that we keep that in mind.
The UN Sustainable Development Goals underpins so much of what I do. I work in the coastal zone. I work in a region that, in Australia varies from not at all developed to completely overdeveloped and is going to be heavily impacted by climate change. So thinking about those goals when I'm doing my research is fundamental to what I do. In terms of building them into research projects, I guess that's become something that is becoming more prevalent with time. And certainly it's something that I think about when I'm writing a research grant.
So I went through the Sustainable Development Goals recently with my first year class, and we managed in some way to make every single one of the Sustainable Development Goals relevant to nutrition science, which is my field of research. So yes, they're important and they're very useful to use when you're trying to show that you align with particular ideas or strategies, and showing that you align with not just local needs but global needs. So yeah, I do think they're important. I think everyone has one or two that resonates very, very clearly with their research area. And they show that you're considering why you're doing your research and what the big picture impact of your research is going to be or is aiming to be a part of. We are actually doing research that is, aiming to make the world a better place, which is really what those sustainable research goals aim to do.